This is my Sheffield United versus Swansea City Combined 11. As always, before every match day, for the Blades, of course I do a Combined 11. Tomorrow, on Good Friday, we face Swansea City at Bramall Lane, so it's a Combined 11 for them too. So let's just get straight into it, starting with the keeper. In net, it's quite an easy choice. I'm going for Vigouroux. Fair play to Adam Davies, he's stepped in well these last few games, performed to a solid level, but Lawrence Vigouroux is a very solid keeper for this level, so I think it just makes sense to go for him. At right back, the first United player, I'm going for Sirike. If you've seen my page before, you'll know how much I sing my praises about Sirike. He's one of my favourite players, he's absolutely brilliant, and the energy that he brings to this team is so vital. My two centre-backs, one from each team, I'm going for Bindon and Cabango. Starting off with Bindon, of course in recent weeks he's been solid, and he just seems to be growing in confidence and ability game by game. As for Swansea, I could have gone for both centre-backs, Burgess or Cabango. I think Cabango's been underrated for a couple of years now, he's a solid defender for this level, and I've got to say I'm a big fan of him. At left-back, I'm going for Josh Tymon of Swansea. Harrison Burrows hasn't had a brilliant season, Tymon has, to be fair. Until making this 11, I didn't realise that Tymon had 9 assists in the league, so I think it's a no-brainer to put him in over Burrows. For my two centre-mids, once again, one from each team, Galbraith and Peck. Starting off with Galbraith, of course he's a brilliant player for this level, and he's one of the signings of the season in my opinion. He's such a bargain pickup for Swansea. Of course he only cost about 1 million from Leighton Orient. I think Blades were interested as well, and I think it's fair to say we've definitely missed out on a good one. As for Sidney Peck, of course last few weeks he's been brilliant in that midfield, and I think next season we'll be lucky to keep hold of him, to be honest, because I think he's Premier League bound. And I've got to say that is some midfield too. On the right, I'm going for Andre Brooks. I'd say it's quite close between Brooks and Ronald. I think Brooks just edges it because he's a bit younger and got a bit more skill about him. He's fresh off making his debut for Jamaica, which is a massive thing for him, and his performances this season have definitely earned that call up. In attacking midfield, I'm going for Callum O'Hare. Of course, I don't need to explain his brilliance this season. Of course, 9 goals and 6 assists. And especially in the early parts of that season, he was taking games by the scruff of the neck. And overall this season, he's been our best player. And then to complete that three behind the striker, I'm going for Gus Harmer. Of course, 2 goals, 10 assists in the league. He's having a solid season. And since the start of 2026, he's been on good form, of course, 7 or 8 assists. And I don't think anyone in that position at Swansea gets close. At striker, I'd love to put Bamford in, but he's Vipotnik. Of course, I've got to put him in. He's leading the race for the Golden Boot at the moment. Of course, 17 goals in the Championship. He's fresh off scoring 2 for his country. And some of the goals that he scored this season have been ridiculous. And there we go, guys, that's my Combined 11. As always, if you enjoyed this sort of content, leave this video a like, drop me a follow, and let me know if you make any changes in the comments.